tech or an ICT tech, because 9 times out of 10 they don't know how they fixed it either.
I just want to point out, I was all right, cool. Here we go. This goes, and then I forgot to hit the button to go live.
Ooh,
We're sitting here talking. I was like, "Bidish,
youchie."
yar." So, believe it or not, fun fact: we, despite system issues, still managed to start earlier than we have on most days where everything's been going fine, which is hilarious. So, let me get our stuff. See, Jason, when you accidentally come up to Scotland, you miss getting yourself one of these. I'm holding a bottle. You can't see what I'm doing.
Yeah, no, I can't see jack shit. So that was like really, really unhelpful. What's that? What bar is that?
Bar's cola, but it's the glass bottle, so it's like the best.
No, the cola's shit. If you're getting bar, you get one of, I think it's 3 things: bar cherryade, bar cream soda, or bar bubblegum.
So here's the thing. The little shop down by me does not do it, and they don't do it in any of those flavors. They just have cola, but it's a glass bottle, so it's infinitely better than a can.
Yeah, but all 3 of those flavors are infinitely better than cola. So
cream soda's the best. I don't deny this in any way, shape, or form.
Cream soda is the best one, hands down.
So,
but if you want to get even fancier, you go with Power Brew, the cherry one, because that just tastes like the cherry whatchamacallit from Cineworld.
We do view up here, because Cineworld is AIDS. Right.
Yeah, it is, but the whatchamacallit is nice. They're slushies.
So we got here, barring one thing, we got the entirety of the Dungeon of the Mad Mage folder. So,
Damn.
Let's see.
Alright.
Right.
I swear I'll never try to be a vampire again, guys.
I'm gonna hang this up right now. This is important to me. This is a player reference sheet for a ton of stuff that I've handed out like a billion times. So, we are on the 50-50 here. Some itchy nuts.
Whoa.
So,
I don't want to hear about no
here's the issue, the problem, and the what's what and the what's next, because things are now real fun in Caillou's house. I have it here. Just under 100 sessions worth of notes. With numerous different bits of paper, staples in some odd places, and oh, God knows what. I'm pretty sure there's more player names on here than we've had actual players. Due to the amount of death. Like
I think I contributed to that, like, probably a lot.
This sheet back here has Ururoth, Fluida, and Richard.
Yeah, what's our mortality rate? What's our mortality rate, BM?
My mortality rate is through the fucking roof. It's over 100%.
Here's this one here, an even older sheet that has Butters at the top.
Oh, Butters! I remember Butters.
Yeah, tell me about Butters, because you guys
Bro was the goat.
Bro
was the goat.
One of the original players.
He was the goat.
He was a Swarmkeeper Ranger Warforged.
It was cool as shit. He just had loads of bugs living inside him.
So,
And then he lost his hand.
Yeah, he did.
His hand?
Cursed
Yeah.
item.
Yeah, he got a cursed item, so he chopped his hand off. We're just like, oh well, looks like I got no hand now. It was like, what the fuck?
So, here's the thing. I have nothing else prepped. Nothing else new prepped, I will say. I have other pre-prepped stuff that I have done before. But I have absolutely nothing new prepped. The only modules I have right now are older modules at the early 5e stage that read horribly. So they require time. They also all happen to be sandboxes. Because they really wanted to go for sandboxes for some reason. I don't know
That's
why.
open world, isn't it?
Yeah. Like, so if you thought Done to the Mad Mage was whatever you could make of it, Out of the Abyss literally has 10 maps in the entire book.
That's helpful.
That's like the floors, right? For the abyss, that kind of maps.
No, battle maps. It is a 1 through 15 with like 10 maps. Yeah, that's how I feel as well. It actually doesn't even have any preamble to it. It gives you an appendix. You flick over to the next page, the adventure has begun. The adventure begins on page 3. That's how much it is. Princes of the Apocalypse. I want to put it into perspective. Tilwyn and I were playing in Princes of the Apocalypse, and the DM said, "This shit doesn't make any sense. Let's play another module instead." 2 weeks later, Dungeon of the Mad Mage.
Was it like the confused Tai Long meme?
I don't know what that looks like.
Let me see it.
Damn.
Let me grab it.
I have a grouping of modules, but I'll be honest, the amount of work I would need to do goes well over the amount of work I'd need to do for anything else. Because it's all PDFs, so I'd need to extract all the PDFs to get all of the tokens, to get all of the images, to create all the handouts, to then populate the maps.
That don't sound fun.
Yeah.
For 6 whole pages, and I need to import all the stat blocks as well.
Ugh. Yeah, no, that don't sound fun.
I was initially running it as well. I ran it a year ago or so, and it was fine for a while until we got to book number 3, and I gave it to everybody who was playing, all experienced DMs. We all read that book together and came to the consensus it doesn't make sense until you read the book backwards. Then it made sense. The same with the book after that. It makes sense when you read it backwards. I still have these PDFs. When you read it backwards, it's like, oh, okay. It's like, oh, you go to this place and this person wants this thing. Yeah, it's that image now. It's like, you go to this place and this person wants this thing, and your guys are looking for this. And this is the first time you've been told you're looking for whatever the fuck you're looking for. So your players are supposed to know. So you read on, and it's like, okay, what the fuck? You go to the next part, the next chapter, and it's like, oh yeah, your players are looking for this thing. And it's like, no, they're not. They're looking for this other thing and this other thing. And then when you get to the end of the chapter, it says, so this person that the people will meet will give them this thing. And it's the MacGuffin from the start of the chapter. And then you go back a chapter, and it's like, oh yeah, this person will take this thing for this thing, and then this, and then when you start reading it back, it's like, oh, that makes perfect fucking sense now. Which it shouldn't. It fucking shouldn't. So, whilst I have a ton of modules, my want to run some of them wanes significantly.
Is there modules that you already have books for? Because I do know you like having physical books.
I have so many physical books, dude. Like,
Damn.
Alone in and of Itself, Princes of the Apocalypse, Candlekeep, Vecna, Keys from the Golden Vault, Avernus, Dragonlance, Icewind Dale, Out of the Abyss, Phandelver, Tomb of Annihilation, Dragon Heist, Yawning Portal, Mad Mage, Planescape Adventure, but I don't like how that one goes, as it takes you to level 5, and then it skips you to level 17.
Like a time skip?
I don't know, but it just says, oh, now that you're done at level 5, why don't you go and level up to level 17 for this chapter?
Oh.
Yeah. Stupid.
I never did Dragonlance. I heard that sounds pretty cool.
I'm already running it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm running that tomorrow.
We're doing that. Obviously, we're doing that on Saturdays in between the Shattered Obelisk.
Da 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 da. Da 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 da.
I said, I know we were doing it before, but do you have Curse of Strahd?
I do, but I will let you know right now, in no way, shape, or form do I want to prepare over 150 maps just to use 10 of them.
I did hear like Curse of Strahd, you have like tons of these items that you have to look for.
There's there's numerous different MacGuffins, shall we say, and with each of them, there's a set of tarot cards that you get, and you place them out in an order, and then that dictates the order that you go and get these items at. Well, it also dictates where these items are. The problem is, because of how random it is, you do this at like level 2, and you could have to go to an area to be level 11 to get one of these items.
Didn't even go to level 11.
The Crystal Strike goes to 10, yeah, sorry. So like, it basically says, hey look, you got to level 10 to go here. And all of your other items are like levels 5 and 6. So now you need to fucking ass around to get some levels to get this thing to fight Strahd.
Damn.
Bitch.
What's Keys from the Golden Vault?
Anthology series.
Oh, that's that. Yeah, it's that heist thing.
Oh.
Yeah, the last time I ran anything on there, it had so much shit in it. And then one of the players said, hey, what if I cause a distraction by saying a guard raped me? Remember when you said that, Alpha? Remember when you said that?
Whoa!
I remember.
Chaotic entitled. Yeah. Oh.
I remember. Fuck, that is a heavy ass set now. Christ.
That's like Out of the Abyss. Horror? Ooh.
It says horror, but it's not. You're constantly being chased by drow.
Oh.
And
So it's not horror.
Yeah, it does not work as horror.
Just being chased by black people?
Whoa!
He can say that.
Yeah, I know. I know. I'm just giving you. I'm just giving the reaction, Matthew. I'm giving the reaction.
I'm not being recorded, so I can say.
No, you're being streamed. There's a difference.
Oh shit!
What about Candlekeep? What about Candlekeep mysteries? We could do those, like, in order.
Wait, what's Candlekeep?
Another anthologies?
Ah.
I think I've got. So. One sec.
Oh. That's the critical role on Call of the Netherdeep.
Like I've said, I like Critical Role. I'm not a big fan of the world.
Fair enough.
The
Do
world
you have
is.
Drakenheim?
No, because Drakenheim was made by the same people that made that other wonky module that I've got.
Oh, I did Dragonheim in the. I actually DM'd Dragonheim. It was pretty fun. It's basically that you have the city pretty much, and the city is like the world map.
Lord
You
of,
can go to
Lord of
city.
the Rings.
What about the Lost Dungeon of Rickedness? Big Rick Energy.
Oh no, I'm not doing that. So
Wait, that's an actual thing. That's an actual
Yeah.
like, module.
Yeah, the Dungeons and Dragons versus Rick and Morty starter box set.
So I do have the Candlekeep Mysteries here.
Oh.
The issue is getting the maps for these. I know that seems really weird to say, but all of the maps in this are. Well, all the maps kind of look like this. So they need I need to find maps, because whilst yes, I could make them. Whilst yes, I could make them. Technically speaking, I've been making our Dragonlance maps for like 6 months. So like and I'm selling those.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way you're gonna do all that hard work for no.
No. The thing I'm getting here is that like I have more motivation to make these particular maps, and it's like yeah. But you know what I'm going to do instead? I'm going to sit and watch copious amounts of Malcolm in the Middle.
What's Ghost of Saltmarsh?
Ghosts of
Extended
Saltmarsh is
Curse of Strahd.
Ghosts of
No,
The
he's
Legends of Barovia.
Ghosts of Saltmarsh
Pirates
is
of the Caribbean.
yeah, but it's also a bunch of
It's
older
expanded though,
modules.
so until level 20, I believe. But all the maps are there.
Yeah, I
Prep
did.
time
actually look
is
through it.
basically 0. Well, not 0. It's gonna be much easier to prep. There's a Foundry module.
Oh.
Give me a sec. Check something here.
Oh.
Everything on this guy's thing is AI generated. The fuck.
Ah. Ah.
You know what's
Did you know Dungeon of the Mad Mage is the sequel to Dragon Heist? I didn't until just now.
Yeah. Have you guys played with the Bastion rules?
What?
The Bastion rules.
Yeah.
We
We're using
the
Bastion
evil-
rules in Evil Rune.
evil-
You know,
Okay.
once they get back to the Bastion.
Follow.
Yeah, because we're lost.
And the Shadowfell.
It's fun. I think.
Journey.
Could build a
Can you
base.
guys hear me?
We hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
can you-
Puffo.
Okay.
That's
So-
Alana
My
Lathan,
phone.
sister.
Anyway, I'm hoping for
Inshallah.
a level 1 to level 20 game. Campaign.
Yeah, you got me. Nah, I'm good. I don't think that's
I
gonna
said
happen.
Hello.
Level 1 to level 20. I'm
think-
pretty sure the only one that's even close
So right
is
here's
5 to 20.
here's the crack. Sorry, he's the crack. Right.
Mhm.
I'm gonna move these here just now. The closest thing I can do for you to a 1 through 20 without redoing without redoing Mad Mage is the modules I'm actually looking at right now.
Adventure, the Book of Many Things.
Or 1 to 15. That's okay,
Uh,
I think.
What about
1
15 to 20? Let's just go. Let's just get right in there.
Oh yeah,
I don't
DM. Do you
think
have
there is-
Oh, yeah, that sounds fun.
Do you have
I think
Humblewood,
there is-
DM?
Jeez.
I don't know. I'm looking
Okay.
for a thing for level scalings. Because I can. Right,
Oh, there's a load of different Vecna ones.
So here's the thing. D&D level. Level scaling for old adventures. If someone can help me find this, it'd also be amazing.
are
There
you trying
was
to
a
look for?
there was a thing that told you how to convert like old adventures into 5e. So like an old
Oh,
adventure for like
right.
3.5, if it's like for levels 10 through 12, and it's like, okay, that's not levels 10 through 12 in 5e though, because that's different.
I do not know.
There was
1
this
through
campaign that I played that was translated into 5e called Red Hand of Doom, and I really enjoyed it.
I say 1 through 15. You've got Out of the Abyss. You've got. Don't really
What
have
about
many.
what is called The Wild Beyond the Witchlight?
Oh, I did that adventure. It was pretty fun.
Wild Beyond the Witchlight is something I've looked at, but oh my god, that's so good.
Hold on, quick question. Well,
Sup, darling.
well, let me
A new
let me see
module.
part real quick.
Sorry, King.
No, you're good. I was just gonna ask if Dragon Heist is actually fun. Never actually touched it.
Never actually touched it myself.
It was. It was
say,
when
I
I
think
played
that-
it.
I think Dragon. I was gonna say Dragon Heist. I just know is the, or I now know is the, like starter bit to Dungeon of the Mad Mage.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I've
yeah.
seen people post all over Roll 20. I just never like looked into it.
Let's do something where we haven't played yet.
Dude,
None of
I'm
us
like
sleep.
I'm so down for like that whole end game idea.
Right. So I'm just
Like something straight homebrew out of Scholarship's ass. Let's get it.
Yes, do homebrew.
Yes.
see, my homebrew campaign is called the 1 through 10 section of Eve of Ruin, and let me tell you now how much of a struggle that is.
On a scale of 1
have
to 10.
like an 8. They have watched me sit there as they're role playing, looking through the monster manual to find a creature, to pick up some quick lore, to drop some stuff in. The last thing that they encountered was a fucking Obelix whilst camping after fighting a death kiss. But I'll be honest, that death kiss, like that went down way too easy for a CR10 monster versus a group of level 6s. Like that shit went down in 1.5 rounds. That just shows you how broken the path of the giant barbarian is when you mix a bugbear into it.
Well, I guess you found out.
Yeah, I found out the hard way. But let's see, I've got some math. Right. I've got some math. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6, 28.
I'm just saying, like, if you just like, especially in like for like an end game campaign, if you just like pick random monsters and just like throw shit in the wall and just see what sticks, I think that'll work for us.
Right.
Oh shit! Let's see
I
what's-
can give you a potential
Ooh.
1 through 20, right? Might be close-ish. 4th edition
I
span.
guarantee you will be dead before we hit double digits. But go ahead.
4th edition
I have
span.
never did 4th
Okay.
edition before.
So here's the conversion. DM sets the level, but this is written. 4th edition characters, 5th edition, 4th edition, for 4th edition characters, 5th edition level is 2/3 of 4th level, rounded normally instead of down. So a 25th level 4th edition becomes a 17th level. Okay? So this is a set of 9 books that includes a Bastion.
A bastion? What's that?
Home base. Okay? So it's a night. It's
What's that?
a 1 through 30 because 4th edition went to 30. So if that there is 2/3, then 2/3 of 30 is 20.
5e also goes to 30. It's just as soon as you go past level 20, you get boons instead.
Yeah, it's that fuck shit. Well, I won't call it fuck shit, but it's like that shit weak. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at that point,
it's like a
I
word
would say at
for
that
it.
point you're a god. You're
So
a god at
Yeah.
that point.
so the spanning is
I think it's like something like
Yeah.
it's like akin to like limit breakers or whatever the fuck.
Mm.
so
Your stats go past 22. Go ahead. So
here's the spanning of it. I'll give you it now. It starts with a module that I don't have here, but I do have in general. Okay. Anybody
why did your balls just drop in the microphone?
Why did what?
Why did your balls just drop on the microphone? Like,
That's a very horrible image to have in the head.
I'm just saying though, like it just dropped several
Oh, wait.
octaves like out of nowhere.
I was gonna say, you got a problem with that?
So-
You got a problem with that?
Raise your
He has
hands.
to make that observation then.
Raise your hands if you've ever actually seen a 4th edition module.
How do I raise my hand on Discord?
I was about to ask the same question. I mean, I won't, but like
That
just for
means
future.
that- I don't know what module the Red Hand of Doom was.
3.5.
The only thing I
Damn.
played in the 5e is was it Pathfinder or whatever the fuck?
I want to press this golf clap sound, but I don't at the same time because it's a
I've
Discord
turned
sound.
I've
so-
turned soundboard
bored.
off for myself. So
I'm gonna say I don't want to press it just in case it's one of those ones that just starts, saying
Saying the N-word.
even though it does it. Yeah.
Saying that in
Pretty
word
much.
way.
no, like
pretty much
N-word
every-
button?
so my
I would say it's
My-
pretty much everyone Corey has
my brother's in a server as well where like all of like their soundboards there's like golf clap or explosion, and he found out the hard way that it is not a golf clap or an explosion.
Yeah.
So
Same word.
It just screams the N word multiple times very fast.
so here in my hands
Oh,
is
it's
a
sad.
4th edition module. Okay. Now here,
Okay.
this is called Keep on the
Okay.
Shadowfell. Here's the thing. Right.
That sounds familiar.
Here's the thing. This is where it gets real fun. Okay. So it comes with a little quick start guide. Okay, that seems kind of cool. Right.
Mm-hmm.
I will be using this for certain things. Do you know what else it comes with though?
What? A map?
Character sheets.
Oh wow,
Maps.
actually, it's actually a map.
Yo.
So
that
my
makes
job in
sense.
making maps is actually considerably easier because I've already made this map pack as well. Right.
Ah,
Now,
sounds good.
this is where things get fun. Right. So, especially if you are Ronin, This starts at level 1, which I would be starting at, like, the first encounter is you are walking down the road and suddenly goblins. Does that sound familiar?
Oh, it's
the classic.
Yes.
So,
Lost Mine of Fandelver all over again.
all of these modules are get
Through,
very
like,
low
every
page
5
counts.
campaigns you've ever seen from Wizards of the Coast.
So,
Like,
very low,
literally every one of them.
very low
What?
page count here of 80 pages for this one module, right? Here's the beautiful thing. Barring the stat blocks, it reads entirely like a modern 5e module. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Is the,
So-
modern ones, so the good ones.
Yeah, it reads like Dragonlance.
Yeah.
It reads like the second part of Fandelver.
Ah.
Okay, so I can do stuff other than just murder people like over and over again, right?
And if you're Ronin, it comes with a
Skip it.
bastion. Hey, Alpha, does that look like a familiar shape to you?
Just a bit.
It looks like a castle.
Oh, so that's what you use.
No, I didn't use that.
Or Eve of Ruin, right?
Ah, brother,
That kind of...
you're wrong. But when I saw it, I laughed as well. So don't worry, give me a sec, buddy. Does anybody know what this is?
3.5e module?
First edition.
I don't see the. I don't see the
Last
text.
edition.
Edition. Wow.
Damn.
That's
Bro,
That's
how
a
old is
little
it?
antique.
Yeah,
You
this,
archaeologist?
Nice.
this book is older than
I
me.
think I've played that.
Yeah, you did. You played this. Do you know when you played it?
When Queen Beloved?
You played it in Eve of Ruin because, hey, look,
Oh.
is that a familiar shape?
That's
That's the keep.
That's the keep. And then,
Bro really just pulling out the fucking hey
I guess all legends have
Fucking
cheap
Da Vinci
imitations.
Code over here.
Did I love my I think these are really cool for modules. Okay, I do. They're great inspiration.
So what you're saying is they're just recycling the same shapes over and over again.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So here's my understanding of it right now. Okay, it'll be 1 through 20. Very social.
Also RP.
RP, and so you start in the Keep of the
Did
Shadowfell.
someone say social?
You start in the
I'm
Keep.
a very social person.
You start with the Keep on the Shadowfell.
Nice.
Then you go to Thunderspire Labyrinth, and then the Pyramid of Shadows.
Ooh.
Then you
Is there
each
a mummy made of shadows?
yeah.
Do you have
Okay.
a house divided?
House Divided. I do not know.
The Foundry module. Okay.
I know of it for certain. I remember you said that you played it one time, and it was just kind of like
Yeah.
it was.
It's interesting though.
I mean, I need to see. Oh god, my screens are all over the place. So here's the crack on this. I'll obviously check that out as well. Crack on this is similar to older modules. It's got a little thing at the top. So this is H for heroic. Works as standalone. Then from H, you go to the P series or the Paragon series. You do King of the Troll Hunt Warrens, Demon Queen's Enclave, then Assault on Nightworm Fortress. Then when you get to the Epic series, you do Death's Reach, the Kingdom of Ghouls, and then the Prince of Undeath. Now,
Ooh.
I will let you know right now, the Prince of Undeath is just fighting Orcus.
Who's that?
He's
He's like the demon prince of the undead, pretty much.
From the Abyss.
So he's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Prince of the Undead, as the title says.
It's a god.
Yeah, you're basically fighting a god. It's like the end. It's like the end of fucking what you call it. It's like the end of what's that
End
super?
of day.
It's like the end of Descent into Avernus,
Sweet.
and I love Descent into Avernus myself. Let's see, when are these due to come? So here's the thing: for my own self as well, I have already ordered Pyramid of Shadows and Thunderspire Labyrinth, because, you know, as Mr. Krabs says, money. And they were fairly cheap. If I were to run these as a full thing, though, it would be a 1 through 20. I will have made all the maps. I'm inclined to make all of these maps. And cost me about 20 quid a module. So 3 modules for 10 levels for £60. That's roughly how much a D&D module costs.
£60?
Yeah.
That's tough.
That's about
$8.
It's about $80.
It's like $80, yeah.
I'll do the actual conversion for you now. GBP or GBP to.
Yeah, I don't want to do
USD.
mine. We're in inflation.
79.64.
Yeah,
So it's gone down a little bit.
by what, 30 cents?
Yeah.
Actually, 36 cents to be exact. Yeah.
No, I'm
Yeah.
I'm not that petty.
So guys,
Was
this would be a planescaping adventure.
Planescapian?
Yeah. So as
I
I
never
look,
escaped
I'm
the
looking
plane
at
before.
E1. I'm looking at E1, which is the epic level, which is like the third part. Wicked forces
Hold on.
conspire to usurp the power of the Raven Queen. So you will be
Wait,
in the
will that make
Shadowfell.
spells? Will that make spells like Astral Projection and Gate actually useful?
You will be in a
Whoa.
completely different plane of existence.
Damn.
So yes.
Damn.
Probably.
Damn,
Ooh.
son. Where'd you find that?
I mean, I'm buying these regardless of whether you want to play it or not, because I wanna make the maps for these. And getting lore on the Raven Queen is damn near impossible, because Matthew Mercer's made most of the lore for his world, and Wizards of the Coast are like,
I fucking scoured. I scoured. What was it? Mordecai's shit.
Mordenkainen, yeah.
That was all. Yeah, that was all. That was all the lore I needed. I made everything else up for the Raven Queen. That was like my favorite bitch. I basically just made her hella from. Yeah, I basically made her hella from fucking whatchamacallit, Marvel.
Just basically what she is. But
Yep.
that's my thing. I'm gonna do that. It's whether or not you wanna do that, or you want to find something else. This is
I'm
just
still
something
down for that. Like,
Yeah, I'm down for it as well.
Homebrew Scottish.
Oh, I'll have to homebrew the
this is a
fuck out
fucking-
of this stuff, man. Like,
Okay, well,
so
I'll take it.
let me.
Yeah, this would be something we all wouldn't have knowledge about.
So, has anybody ever seen a 4th edition stat block?
No, never in my life.
Does it look cool?
I'm unsure if 4th edition actually existed. I'm not gonna lie.
I just realised that I'm showing this to a camera that's chromaing out green, and the stat block is fucking green.
Yeah. That's
like, I'm a genius.
I'll search it so I can have a look.
I just send you a photo of like what I've got here in this book right now. I think Ronan's going to be very familiar with some of the things on here, as like things are classed as like skirmishers, which is something MCDM apparently still does. Pardon me.
Skirmishers or minions, you mean?
Yeah.
Fortitude, reflex, and will. What the fuck?
Reflex and will.
Reflex is a dex save.
I think will is like your sanity.
Reflex,
Oh, will is like a
Fucking
wisdom save then, right? That sounds like
I
wisdom.
think so.
Yo,
Everything
I
mental.
don't like the stat block already. I don't like the stat block already. It's making my head hurt, Matthew.
Have you guys not played 3.5 D&D?
No.
No, I've only ever played 5th
No.
edition.
My first
Mm.
edition was 5e for 2014 or whatever that
Wait,
was.
which one? Wait,
Oh.
was 3 or 4 the one that was like so bad they just like basically like erased it from like memory?
4.
4.
It was 4. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Like, I'll be
People
honest.
refuse to move on from 3.5 to 4.
That's why we got Pathfinder.
Okay, yeah, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
So let me break down an example here for you. This is so let's grab the very first thing that you do, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it gives you this list of conditions. There were conditions such as helpless. Yeah, helpless, weakened,
The fuck does that mean?
dominated.
You failed.
Okay, that makes dominated as in like you gotta be clear. on that
Oh.
one.
You are dazed.
Oh.
You're dazed. So firstly,
Oh.
dazed grants you advantage. You can take either a standard action, a move action, or a minor action. Yeah. You couldn't like drive by somebody. You had to use
hang on a minute.
all of your movement on one go and then do another action. I can see why this failed. But when you're dominated, you're dazed. The dominating creature chooses your action. The only powers it can make you do are at-will powers.
Mm.
So
that's about to bring a whole new meaning to dominate me, mommy.
but let me give you the first page, right? The first page, it still uses encounter leveling. It would be your guys' choice whether or not we do experience-based or milestone.
Milestone.
So it says here,
you're saying-
encounter
Yeah.
level 1,
You should have a
setup.
good narrative.
Use the King's Road
Mhm.
poster when running this encounter. The player characters are on the King's Road, travelling to Winterhaven, east or west, or right to left on the map. Along the way, they're set upon by kobold brigands. 5 kobold minions, 1 kobold slinger, 2 kobold dragon shields.
If I hear about another fucking random gang of fucking goblins or kobolds, I'm gonna lose my shit. Like, yo, get creative at some point, please.
So, it simply tells you.
Okay.
It tells you what you're doing, and then it says the kobolds watch from the road in the positions indicated upon the map. They don't make themselves visible, darting from hiding spots. When one or more of the PCs reach a place in the road, they throw boulders. At this point, 5 minions in the map will then roll initiative. It then goes through all the stuff that it says. You fight all these kobolds, it gives you the tactics, it gives you the details of the area, and then when you're done with everything, it just says, what's next? When the fight concludes, the adventurers can continue to the town. You then just turn the
It's not my
page.
dad.
You turn the page and it's just like, yeah, here's the town, here's everything that's going on. Here's the information. Gives you the town stuff. And then it goes, oh, answered questions. Have you seen this person? He was headed this way. And then it's just some random ass NPC from nowhere. It's like, oh yeah, I've heard of that person. By God,
just pops up.
by God, it holds your
Nice.
hand in certain places by all means, but I can work this. Read because this is 80 pages, right? When I'm making the maps, I need to read the book. It's my cheat sheet to reading books as I make the map.
I'm not gonna lie. Sounds like a little bit too much reading for me, but that's just me.
Yeah, but you don't got to do
80
reading.
pages.
The reading's a me problem.
80 pages is too much reading. What?
My brother and
What?
Chris, when Laura texts me and it's just a bit too long, I simply leave her on scene until I can be bothered reading that much.
Oh, I thought you were just gonna say I respond. I ain't reading all that.
Or like, what I'll do is I'll like when she texts me, I'll like
I
scroll up.
remember back in the day, you would just type K to that.
Like I
was gonna say.
Or
It's
no, I
just
do worse than that. I do worse than that. See, whenever she sends something really long and I can't be asked, I'll scroll up on the watch to one of the automated answers and just hit it.
Oh no!
What are the fucking AI answer?
I was gonna say it just reminds me of like the old group chats where
Exclamation.
you'd have that one friend who would always just type the fucking Declaration of Independence into the chat, and it's just like, brother, fuck off.
So
I ain't reading all that, but I'm happy for you. We're sorry that happened.
So here's the thing as well. With this, I can link it to a few things in other games because I need to bring up this big ass map of Faerun real quick. That's the big map. Yeah, show me the big map, Daddy.
You mean the Forgotten Lands?
And don't give me the low resolution, God. There we go. The big resolution. Oh yeah. So. I'm going to share my screen because I'm not, we're not, I'll push that button there. Hopefully I can show you here. Share screen.
We're not playing.
Yeah, we ain't playing. So,
why is it called the Forgotten Lands?
I don't know why it's called the Forgotten Realms.
Realms, yeah. I thought you were the one that told me. What?
No, I genuinely don't know, brother. So, we can all see Waterdeep on this big map, right?
1 second.
Oh fuck, that's too zoomed in.
It's loading.
Oh, that's so zoomed in. God almighty. So here's Waterdeep.
I see what the deep.
God. So, shit. Fuck me sideways. There we go. So, this here's Waterdeep. All the way up here's the Evil Ruin stuff. Okay. There's 10 years between these. However, this campaign and its setting. Do we all see Baldur's Gate?
Mm-hmm.
Do we all see Cormyr?
Yeah.
Where's the third Baldur's Gate?
So, if I do this now,
Around Baldur's Gate.
Damn.
see the interactive map. Dorcos interactive map.
Oh, nice.
So,
Itchy head.
this may seem familiar to some of us, but somewhere around about here.
Is it Fandelver?
No, son.
No. Is more left.
Here we go, right here. The Thunder Peaks and the Daylands.
Damn.
We are so far removed.
I was gonna say, is Icewind Dale in the north?
Yes.
Is it in
Yep.
the south?
Northwest, sorry.
Okie.
I can't get this thing to do it right. How the fuck do I make... There we go. So, we would be...
The High Moor. Damn.
We would be 1,200 miles disconnected as the crow flies from what we'd done previously.
That ain't that far.
Different part of the world, different economics, different things.
So what you're saying is, we get some horses, and it becomes Dungeon of the Mad Mage.
So in every game we go to Waterdeep and go to the Undermountain.
It's also
Right, I get to the border.
it's also 800 miles.
Guys.
It's also a good 800
Yep.
miles from Baldur's Gate. So you are.
Have you guys heard of the Undermountain?
No.
No, why?
Oh boy.
I heard there are treasures there. Let's
I heard
go.
I heard they have home insurance.
I heard they have a mad mage. The mage
Hmm.
is very mad.
Sounds mad
Wow.
to go there.
I wasn't curious until you just now conveniently mentioned it. Let's go.
You don't have to roll a charisma check for me.
So,
Oh,
F-
what's that? I'm failing my charisma check. Oh, what a shame.
if that's what we're doing, alright, that's what we're doing, then I'm just going to take this here. Personal quests. King,
Yes.
travel to a forbidden land for stolen treasure. Willowwood and the Harp of Ollum. The Harp of Ollum you would have got just before fighting Hallister. Start a liquor business. Portable hole was given to you, so that way you could steal all the dwarven spirits. And you were going to be selling that to a woman. You would have gotten Thieves' Cant from that. Take out Tilgwyn. That was very vague of you. Very
Take out.
vague.
Whoa. Whoa.
What? What was that, DM?
King wanted to kill Tilgwyn?
Hey,
Wait.
I think he
Could've been
wanted to
take out-
take me on a date. Take
No,
me on
yeah,
a
it
date, I
is.
think.
I think if that's what his intentions were, he would have said that. Instead, I have here take out Tilgwyn. Like
Be on a
I
date, right?
I'm pretty sure that was like was like the
Tilgwyn
dinner.
was discover her parents, to which I had written here Gith and Mindflayer War. Necklace is Gith. That get turned round eventually into Lich Queen's beloved. Ronan was so basic. Kill Hallister. Ronan is a harper. And then I lost this bit of paper for the longest time.
I can't even remember what my personal quest was.
Because every time you got one, you fucking died.
Yeah.
It was
personal quest. Become a vampire. TPK.
Yeah, you need that personal question to be to survive.
Or for the Mad Mage, I think it would have benefited if he could have gone up
Dies the
anytime.
next session.
That was
Bone
something.
Ronan dies the next session.
Hold on, Scottish.
So,
wasn't there supposed to be like an apprentice or some shit?
yeah, you were
Oh,
turned
yeah.
out an apprentice and all that shit as well. Then you died.
I was gonna say my problem was, or my problem is.
Why would he
that
let
my
me die then? Oh,
Why would he let you
my
die?
attention?
Simple.
yeah.
Because you need to prove you're powerful enough to be an apprentice of his.
To be I got jumped by like 5 fucking gifts.
My problem.
Oh,
was that
in the gift
my
world,
attention
a brother
span
in
is
Christ, we
so low.
established this.
Jason, can you stop talking over him? Like, real quick.
Everything
Sorry.
that happened to use with the Gith Yankee, that happened on an asteroid that is circling the planet. Yous weren't in the what you call it there. Yous weren't in the dungeon at that point.
Undermountain.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Undermountain, yeah.
I'm always confused as to where we are at any point anymore. I'm gonna be honest with you.
And then the
Oh,
fight,
yeah, that Crystal realm.
Yeah.
and
I
then the
remember now.
fight with the vampires and such.
Mm-hmm.
That's technically taking place
I
in the
wasn't
Shadowfell.
Damn.
So yeah, the one place where you almost died, and then the one place where you did die, but it's a different character. You technically weren't in the Undermountain.
Damn.
Oh. I mean, to be fair, like I almost died like 4 times, 5 actually, 4 or 5 times.
You did
Who's
die, and you
sorry?
did die like once, I think, or twice, and
Oh.
Ronan revived you.
Okay, yeah, there we go.
And
And then what really sucks is I had resurrection that whole time, never got to use it ever.
Damn.
That do be how
That
the
sucks.
cards go. So this is what's left of. This is the actual rest of the notes. Okay, every note. There's nothing else after this. 93 sessions worth of notes. The final notes, by the way, are tables. But so this is where it goes now.
Well, does Alpha still have for like round by round, like notes?
Yeah.
Oh,
So here's the thing. Here's
story.
how it goes. Once these are ripped up and gone, if you were to do Mad Mage again, you would have to start from the beginning. This is your save. This is your save game, essentially.
Yeah, you got me fucked up.
So,
That's
are
when I
you
returned the game.
deleting your save game?
No.
This is a group decision that I would recommend you talk about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it, guys. No.
Yeah, I still want to do that. The Scottish homebrew game, but I don't want to destroy the save file.
That's a year and a half of hard work, dog.
Yeah.
Ken, this is
that's
almost 3 years.
Yeah, that's almost 3
Okay,
years.
times 2.
It started.
I mean, if you
before
really, if you think about Jason, if you include Jason, that's really like a half a year, because like every time we get to that point, you're just dead.
Wow, that's crazy. That's
So-
I
crazy.
mean, is it wrong?
Truth hurts.
No,
Truth
no.
hurts.
No, it ain't exactly wrong. No, I was gonna say
Oh my
But
god!
yeah,
Oh my fucking
I'm-
god!
What?
In 5 weeks, it would have been 3 years.
that's crazy.
In 5 weeks.
We haven't lasted 3.
How do
Oh,
we
no.
not celebrate our anniversaries? We should have done that.
Shit happened. Tons of shit was happening.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we
Also,
have the live session recordings for memory.
I'm actually surprised I've known
Our
you guys
save
for that
game.
long. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm surprised it lasted that long
Yeah.
as well.
We get along so well too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this is one of my favorite D&D parties, like groups together.
Oh.
That's so sweet.
Aww.
I was gonna say it probably works because we're all just like so absent-minded, but also not at the
Yeah.
same time.
Mm-hmm.
And that we made the combat heavy Dungeon of the Mad Mage into a roleplay heavy as well.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, the amount of times Kick and Joker disappeared for a few hours, and we're all just like, "Oh, where'd you guys go?" Nowhere.
No,
I mean, didn't your character catch us boning each other on a wall?
Yeah, one of my characters did. I was just like, "Oh shit, I'm just gonna step back."
So
I ain't seen shit. Same character also
Didn't
died.
see nothing.
I've got
Same
this
character
here.
died.
I've got this here, okay? I am from session 21, the notes onwards, written in line. So, session 21, Fluida and Neris joins. Session 22, Neris leaves. Session
Damn.
23, make
Mushroom
enemies,
girl.
make enemies of the center rim. Session 24, Ronan betrays us to the Harpers. Session.
That one sucks bad. That
No,
one
sorry,
sucked.
sorry. I think that's just Ronan comes in as a Harper. No,
Oh.
something about
Oh.
something about Asrock. I don't know. My notes. At
Oh,
session
that was
25.
Asian.
Session
That
25
was
is
the
the
Aarakocra.
Timothy room, where Richard joins. Session
yeah,
26, use find the word Zunderberg.
Oh yeah, we still didn't find
Wait,
out what that means.
Session 25 was the 4 net 20s in a row for Tilgwyn
Session
That's
against the
great.
Rock.
Session 26. I have it here that Richard dies and Fluida becomes Persian. Session
I don't know.
27. Session 28 was the Drow level. Session 29 was the Banshee, Drow,
Real
and
friend
Muriel
of
fight.
Teresa's.
Session 30 was Madgoth's Castle. 31 was when Sound Goblin died and Ronan found the Mind Flayer costume.
Oh yeah, Sound Goblin.
Session 32,
Oh, God, the
Ururoth
Sound
returns. Session
Yeah.
33, Bonding, not Bondage, back to level 3.
What?
Session
What?
34,
Hold
Oh,
on.
was
Telgwyn and...
was that the
more
one
than
where?
Bro, I don't know.
I think that was. I think that was the one where we weren't allowed to go back up the floors. We could only go down.
Session 34, Telgwyn and Ururoth die and become intellect devourers.
Oh
yeah.
Session 35, Ururoth does outright die. Session 36, Elijah joins. Session 37, back to level 3 once more. Session 38, party goes to level 2 for shopping, Fluida leaves. Session 39,
Hold on,
you
was
found
it-
the throne for
Was it the
Volo.
level 3 one where we found the interesting story or whatever it was?
That's at level 5.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
Epilogue.
level 5, yeah.
Session 40, Revel joins, aspect of horror
Stone.
fight. Session 41, half the party dies to Drow. I remember that was fun. Session
Yeah.
42, half the party are resurrected and then go to Willowwood. Session 43, party
This
in
is an interesting
Willowwood
story.
killed a basilisk. 44,
It turns stone. It turns stone.
44, the party goes to the Slither Swamp.
Hold up. Do we get Eternal Stone and Interesting Story in the same session?
No.
so.
I think-
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think so.
I think so.
Yeah.
Vex was that they was there like she was like feeling jealous and oh she has an interesting story. Does she? Something like that. I don't know. I don't remember.
That was. I think it was that. Yeah, and she was just like pissed at me, like, and like King was just like,
Because I think you went there when I was absent, and then you returned to
yes.
that woman and Vex when I was able to play, and oh, she has an interesting story, does she? Looking at
Session,
King.
That was funny.
session
say,
44.
I can't remember which character I was on at the time, but my character kept just saying, "Oh yeah, King was saying that she
Elijah.
had this like really interesting story," and like didn't understand. Like he didn't understand that it was upsetting Vex, but he was like, "Oh, I just really want to know what this interesting story is."
I can just imagine King's character doing sweat dropping like
Yeah,
nervously whenever that was mentioned.
He's just like,
So-
Elijah, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up.
Session
Like
Session
that
44.
mirrors at Elijah.
Session 44 was the Slither
I want
Swamp
to
and the
yeah.
Bullywug. Session 45 was escaping from the Yuan-Ti prison with the cursed candle. Session 46 was you befriend the Naga and learn their ways. 47 was you go to Dwemer Core and get backstory on Telgwyn. 48, you got in the fight with the fire giant and Revel died to power word kill.
No.
49, Hallister and Acturia made Revel a lich. And then you've done another aspect fight. Session 50,
ow.
Ronan tells the Harpers of the Lich and takes the party to Skullport. Session 51.
Oh yeah, then we lose our bag of holding.
Session 51,
Yeah.
party loses bag of holding. Ronan
Yeah,
then
they did.
I went
departs.
to hospital, I think.
Ronan
this
then
point.
departs the group.
Yeah.
Session 52, party downtime. We didn't write much else after that.
Yeah, cause I was in the hospital, so I didn't write at all.
Yeah.
And then
Scottish
And then I lost all my notes when my
Mm.
hard disk drive died.
And then I just gave up after it.
get math here for the portable hole. I forgot that we tried to figure out like what the actual volume of a portable hole was.
Oh yeah.
Well, I think I remember writing in my notes that Uruf is getting intimate with King Malair or something. Yeah, I wrote
What?
that in my notes.
Yeah,
Wait, hold on.
yeah,
Was this before? Hold on. I need clarification. Was this before or after he died?
after, because King Malay was also dead.
After
They were
he
both in the
died.
portable hole.
Goodness
Both in the
gracious.
They were
portable hole.
getting intimate. They were getting
No.
intimate.
Nah, Uroth belonged to Ronan. Uroth belonged to Ronan. Especially
Yeah,
after the
Urarov is
the whole
becoming
Bible
intimate
stuff.
with King Malair in the portable hole. And then as I have Urarov roll 0 for investigation. Well, or on a
Yeah.
first watch, Richard and Tilgwen, he's not handsome enough to tempt her to do strange things too, or something.
Whoa!
I think that's when
Whoa.
I think that
There was a point
I
you have
think
so
that's
many
when he
corpses in
wanted.
the hole.
Yeah, that was fucking grim.
I think that's when she wanted to become king. I think that's when he wanted to become king.
Oh yeah, I
No, that was the
forgot.
indefinite. That was the madness.
Oh yeah, I was cursed to emulate King. I remember now.
Well, he
That
had
was
to
the
pick
madness.
one person to emulate, and then he was like, "Well, King's the most sane person here, so fuck it."
Oh yeah, I also remember I did my Discord profile picture to match his.
Oh, yeah. Oh my god.
I also found a screenshot of when we met Jalene, a Geeth. Not a Githyanki, not a Githzerai, a
Yeah,
Geeth.
again.
Like,
Yeah.
that's what I wrote.
Every single time someone said Gith Yankee, I was like, nope, I'm not a Gith Yankee. I'm not a Gith Sarai.
Like, that's what I
I'm
have.
a Gith.
That's what I found.
Wait, I just realized something. So now that we're on there, what happened with Vex?
So Vex, Pallister brought back
Left the
Tilgwyn.
mountain.
Pallister brought back Tilgwyn, but banished Vex.
Did he? I thought he was like-
Canonically, for lore wise, Vex then went into the Underdark because Gloomstalker, and ended up spending some time with some spore druids, and ended up writing a book about it, which I brought up in Eve of Ruin
Oh,
about 20 sessions ago.
so wait, some of you guys like who was it even wrong?
Alpha.
That just goes to show the choices you
Wait,
make.
so you know about
That's
this?
the story.
So here's the thing. I brought
Yeah.
I brought it up, made the thing, and Alpha goes, "Oh, that's a cool book that is," and like writes it down and all the rest of it, and just doesn't make the connection that the leather-bound tome that has been written by a woman whose signature is the letter V with a brain. Didn't quite
That is-
catch on that was her character.
That's
Funny.
good.
Yeah, I didn't. Sorry.
That just, as I said,
That's
goes
so-
to show
that's
though.
what it
I'm autistic. I'm autistic.
There was
It goes to
also
show
That's of all the Easter
choice-
eggs you could possibly come across. That's crazy.
this story has consequences, guys.
there was also when they said
The multiverse.
when they were talking about other potential heroes doing things, there was what about this and what about that? And oh yeah, there was a group who apparently tried to take on Hallister Blackcloak. We don't quite know what's going on there anymore. Then they spoke about the keep, which the keep that they used
Belong
in
to
Eve of Ruin
Baron.
is the keep that was used for the Lich Queen's beloved. To which one of the guys, when they said, "Oh, who owns this keep?" he went, there was apparently something about a long lost daughter floating around. We just best hope she doesn't show up and try to claim the land."
Yeah, now she can't anymore.
Not gonna happen now.
Alright. I always question, like, so in Queen's Beloved, they all died, right?
Yep.
How is Tilgwyn born?
It's a kind of
In
magic.
vitro.
Magic.
It's a time paradox. Yeah.
I
it's a
mean,
time paradox.
even didn't the mind flayers keep Pilgrim unconscious in a pod in the last few sessions? And you saved her. Maybe that.
Everyone was unconscious in the pods, so the reason I look at it in this way is Vlaakith's evil. We can all agree that Vlaakith is pretty evil.
Yes.
However-
It is
Mhm.
complicated.
However,
She doesn't even
Imagine-
have workers' rights.
imagine if she took, say, a pregnant woman, killed the woman, brought the woman back to life, then forced her to have the child that will never age, and then neglected the child to torture the mother. Now that's something I think Blacketh would do. And again,
And I did give him free reign with my family history. I did give him free reign.
in the astral plane, you don't age. So Tilwyn could have been born a lot earlier than she was, but because you don't age and because you don't need to eat or drink, she could be 100 years old before she was 1. One of those great
She
things
might
with the
really
astral
be,
plane.
For all we know, she could be thousands of years old, and we wouldn't know.
Yeah, King, you could
Wait,
be.
wait,
you
wait.
could
How
have been
old is
fucking your grandma the
Telgwyn,
entire
and how
time.
old is King?
King's like in his early 20s.
Cradle snatching.
What was?
Cradle
What is
snatching.
this?
I'm gonna check my D&D Beyond thing.
Oh, by the way, we have
How old is the
established
king was?
like in his early 20s, something like that.
I think 21 for Tilgwyn, actually. Let me check. Background. 21, yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are so
I said my
boring.
dragon
I've got a dwarf character, and I'm gonna make him 100. That ain't young.
I got.
Meh.
I
It's a new generation.
I think my
Wait,
dragon
hold on.
lance character.
Before you get to your point, Jason, we have established that Telgwyn's actually half black, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tilgwyn,
Cool.
quick, say the N-word.
Nope.
Not the N-word we want
I
to hear
mean,
you say.
Brynhild is 103 years old, if that helps.
I did make a character that was 6 years old.
Okay.
I mean, like,
Wasn't it like a Dragonborn or some shit like that? Or some crazy like that, right?
No, it's a character I've never used. It was
However,
it was
Catholic priests have used them a lot.
I've made a fairy.
I
remember the
mine
fairy.
was
I also
toddler.
remember the owl.
I say mine was a Verdun with the whole idea of, because obviously Verdans get
I don't know what
taller
a
as they level
Verdun
up.
is.
It's a goblin.
I'm
but it
hearing
gets
the
taller.
words you're saying, and I keep interpreting it as vermin.
Acquisitions
But
Incorporated.
a Verdun, yeah, it's a goblin, but it gets taller.
It's a goblin that
Okay,
went
so it is
through
a vermin.
puberty.
Yeah, basically.
Oh yeah, that's what I was looking
That
for.
sounds ugly as fuck, I'm not gonna lie.
You know what else is ugly as fuck?
A goblin that's like the size of a human.
No, your mum. Why were you not expecting that, man? Why were you not expecting that?
I really want it.
You fucking walked into that. Ah. Just for clarity, I've never seen this man's mum.
It's okay.
How do we know?
Because King would have corrected me otherwise. But,
No one's ever seen my mom, and no one will ever see my mom.
so King,
You sure about
I
that?
have a question.
I don't know what to answer that. What's up?
Are you in the market for a new stepdad? Perks. Me. I'm white. You can educate me.
Whoa.
I can learn about.
He can play D&D.
I can learn about this
You can
mysterious thing called the cookout.
The cookout.
I've heard it's a
you
magical
speak-
place.
Can you speak Jamaican patois?
Bombaclat!
Yeah, okay.
Pussy fam!
Okay, that's crazy. Okay, that's crazy. That's crazy.
What else?
So how old is your mom? Mine's like
65.
50. Oh, Jesus.
I was gonna
Hey,
say, who
hey,
was
hey,
he
hey,
on about, man?
hey! You've heard the story about the girl I was dating and how her mother also wanted me, right? You've heard
Oh,
I
that
did
yeah,
story.
not, actually.
Oh, you are.
Or maybe I wasn't paying attention.
All I need to know.
So-
All I need to know was the mum good looking.
Oh no. But that's not the point,
This
Jason.
is your mom like 40?
So
My mum's like 39, I think. I don't
here's
know.
the.
Jesus.
When did your
Hold
mother have her
on,
first kid? In high school?
Brother, I'm 20 years old.
So right.
Like, that ain't shocking.
So here's the deal.
I
Right?
know.
Here's the deal. I was going out with this girl, right? It was in high school, and I was like, it's casual, you know, like your boy's non-committal because shit's going on in life right now, but you know, it's
Did
good.
she have 2 tickets to Iron
Shit.
Maiden?
Shit.
Finish the story, bro.
Like shit's going good, right? And the girl and her mum were like, it's kind of like closest relationship, and it's alright, whatever. And even though I'm getting out with her daughter, the mum is like really flirting with me. It's alright, cool.
Ooh.
And then when her daughter was in the room, she was also doing it as well, and I'm like, cool.
Mm.
And then one day, we're in the daughter's room, right? We're in the daughter's room, and you know, we're doing what typical high school students do in a girl's room with her clothes on, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then
The door's open, right?
no, this
Hold
was way too interesting.
Hold on. Who is we? Like you said it like
Me and the daughter.
okay.
Me and my
Right. So we're doing what typical high school students do behind closed doors with their clothes on, and the mum comes in from shopping, and you know, she like opens the door, and you know, she was going to talk to her daughter, and she sees me, and she's like, what you doing here? And it's like, ha ha ha, literally nothing. And she's like, and I don't know how it got to this. Okay, I cannot tell you how it got to this because things moved so fast. And I need to bear everybody in mind, I am 16 at this point, alright? I am just over half my current age. And I don't know I do not know how it got to it. I do not know how it got
like cool,
to
right?
Yes, I don't know how it got to though. The mum goes, well, it's just a set of tits. Look, grabs my hand, puts it on her daughter's and goes, see, natural, takes her other hand and squeezes it. That's a girl's tits. And then takes my hand, puts it on hers and squeezes and goes, and that's a woman's. Takes my other hand, puts it on the daughter's, puts like one on hers, one on the daughter's, and like squeezes it. Do you feel the difference yet? And I'm just kind of sitting there in the bed like, what? Like,
Bro,
I'm not a plumber, and I'm not
What
I'm not a plumber, and I'm not a guy delivering pizza. I'm way out of my depth here.
Same thing. It's like this is like an old 90s like porn flick, bro. Like what is going on?
So I'm underqualified for this job. I do not know how I
What
got.
was the daughter saying?
She looked equally as stunned as me. Like, we're both just kind of sitting there like, yo, is this like, are we being molested right now?
It's like real life. This is real life, bro. It's not no game.
Like, are we being molested? Is this what child abuse feels like?
Hey, like I said, you're in the UK. It's cool.
Oh, it's still fucking weird. I mean, like, imagine if your dad had done that with a girl you brought home, but instead of tits, went, this is a man's dick, this is a boy's dick.
I mean, let's be real. That's a completely different scenario.
That's a very different scenario because immediately it's a man doing that to a girl. And immediately that's worse.
Yeah.
I was gonna say society says that's worse.
It is worse. It is definitely like now it looks like abuse. The other one just looks like fun.
I was gonna say before guys would just like look at it and just go, nice.
I mean, right. So looking back on it for me, it's like, Nice. Do you know what the funniest part about it is?
What?
If I bring up anything to do with that relationship with Laura, her fucking face sours and she just doesn't talk to me for like an hour.
Yeah, no, I can understand.
She's like,
But basically,
it was creepy. It was creepy. Her mum was like 50, and to which my response is,
Now,
yeah.
let me remind you about that one time I touched my ex's and her mom's tits.
just bring up the relationship at all, and it's like, it was creepy, Matthew. It was creepy, and I just like look her dead in the eye and go, but fun.
kind of valid though.
Like, I told one of our mutual friends about that, and he's sitting there and he's like, no, that didn't happen. The girl confirmed that happened. And he's just like,
you guys ever have? I was gonna say, you guys ever have any type of memories and it's like you kind of get jealous of your past self? Like, damn.
Yeah, I'm jealous of my past self.
Yeah, like damn, that was really fun.
Not really, because every time I think of my past self, I go, damn, that guy's a fucking idiot.
Well, yeah, you're too
And
young
I
right
realize-
now. Like,
I
you gotta give
realize,
at least another
damn,
5 years.
I'm a fucking idiot. You get what I mean?
Like,
Yeah, but then eventually you're gonna go through like some crazy sexcapade, and then you're gonna be like, damn, this is awesome. And then 5 years from then, you're like, damn, that was awesome.
So,
man, I wish I could do that again.
So here's the thing: if I could go back in time with the experience I have now, boy, I'm just saying, I would have been a plumber. I would have been delivering a pizza.
If I
With
could go
extra
back
sausage.
Remember that time when you run on the roll a natural one for a constitution saving for a way in the,
Oh
in
my
the
God.
whorehouse?
Oh, I'd be rolling that
Yeah,
ones on
dude.
those con saves all day.
Dude took a sock off or some shit.
I could go back.
The
in
woman
time, I
didn't
would've
even
wanted
take
to
her
realise-
sock off.
Yeah.
I know straight 110%. If Laura has heard any of this conversation, I'm getting the silent treatment in the morning.
Are you sleeping on the couch?
I'm going out with my brother, thank fuck.
on the couch, more like the doghouse.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news. You'd be the bearer of bad news. That dog has more beds than Mage's.
Nice. Dogs deserve more beds than human.
But yeah, do you need, so we're gonna do this. I gotta get a pen and paper for this one because technically, I believe this has a time stamping. It might not, but let me check.
I'm trying to convince my parents to let me buy a cat. They keep saying no.
Aren't you like a grown man, like in like your barracks or whatever?
Yeah, but I
Where the
wouldn't
fuck
keep
you gonna
a
keep a cat?
pet.
Oh yeah, you
there
can't
are-
keep pets.
No, there are in UK ones you get blocks or barracks that are like pet ones, and you can keep pets in there and stuff like that. And it's like when you go off on tour and stuff like that. Then it's everyone like, but it's then like everyone in the block's responsibility to make sure that animal stays alive.
Oh shit,
You know what I mean?
that's pretty cool. Yeah.
It's like it's cool and all, but it's that sort of like, what if you have like a snake or something, like, and like
I
some
mean, there's
people
probably
aren't
like a
comfortable around
list of.
snakes.
Yeah, it's probably like a list of some things you can't have, right?
No, it would be just anything that you're allowed to have, probably, or like it's legal to have. You probably have.
So you could have like a fucking, what do they call those shits? Like fucking those like lizards, just like dragon something. I forgot what it was.
Bearded dragon.
You can have a fucking Komodo dragon. Or a bearded dragon. Yeah. I think Komodo
Probably
dragon's really
not.
But
I'm pretty sure Komodo dragons are on the exotic creatures list,
Yeah.
so you'd have to have a license to have it.
okay. But yeah, but
I
bearded
think-
dragon or some shit like that.
I'd want to get a bearded dragon. You could have easily because bearded dragon is a smaller lizard. But I'd want to get an armadillo lizard. They are the cutest motherfucking things I've ever seen.
Bro, Jason, why do I feel like you would fit right in Florida?
Probably
Like
because I'm
Floridians
like,
have like the weirdest pets like in the history of the world.
I say
Like, I'm telling you.
probably because I'm just like an English person in that should have been in Florida. You get what I mean?
So,
That's what I'm
All
saying,
you just
though.
need is
Like,
crack cocaine.
all of my friends, all of my friends, like, I will tell you, like, all of my friends have like all these types of weirdo like pet. Nobody even has a cat and dog anymore. Niggas got pet
no,
alligators and shit. Like, what the fuck?
I'd have a cat because cats are cool.
We have 2 cats and a dog.
yeah, plus Ronan's here, so we've already got a pussy.
Damn.
He just hasn't said anything
Yeah.
well enough, I wouldn't bully him a little.
I'm just
I'm here.
posting one.
He mute himself? Oh, okay.
So,
Sometimes
There we go.
he mutes himself.
I'll put it in chat. What the armadillo lizard looks like.
Oh, that's cute.
here's the
Yeah,
crack.
they're
Yeah.
cuties. They're
Here-
cuties.
Here's the crack, ladies and gentlemen. We now need to figure out how we're going to run this, because running it's important to... There's no realm year that I can find, so every
Oh, did you see the picture I put in the chat?
game has...
Adorable.
Every game has its own little it has its own little thing, shall we say. Its own year in realm, its own thing that it's doing. This doesn't. There's no year in realm that I can find. That means we can pick a year in realm to work with.
1492.
1492 is the same year that El Terrell falls and Descent into Avernus happens.
Yeah,
Let's
but it's
do the year
also-
40,000. Let's be in
It's
space.
I was
It's
going to say
also-
1776.
I would say 1492 is also the Wild West. So
It's a Wild West.
yeah, the Wild West. Did you not learn about the Wild West? Like cowboys
Oh, you're
and
talking about
shit.
in real life.
Yeah,
Oh,
1492,
Oh,
like
okay.
Gold Rush,
no,
stuff like that.
that's
yeah. Okay.
that's not 1492.
Yeah, it is.
1492, America isn't even there.
1492 is when
What the
Columbus
fuck, man?
fucking sets
That's
off.
why I
Wait,
said
how about 2001?
Oh, wait, what?
Nah.
The fuck?
Key aspects,
1492
key
Gold Rush.
aspects of 1492.
Stop digging your grave deeper.
Key aspects of
Nah.
1492. Columbus sails under the patronage of Spain, setting sail from Palos with 3 ships: the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria.
And they were
Santa Domingo.
cowboys.
Maria.
Columbus was a
Santa
cowboy. The Wild West. The gold rush, baby. They went to Mexico and started shooting all those Mexicans.
America just really liked that period of time.
Nah, bro, you don't understand. It's 1492. Like, I'm just that good at history. You know, I'm just that good. Like,
Columbus put on his cowboy hat and then rode his horse to America.
did you know that did you know that
He 6-shooter window. That's how he took out the Indians, bro.
They didn't actually ride on
He
horses
told him to
either.
draw.
They
It
didn't
was
ride,
a
I don't think
ride
the
Yeah.
Indians were there even.
They
were
had
dealing
no
with
business with that.
The Aztec people.
They rode on the
Oh.
Velociraptor. Guys. Trust.
The road of
Truck.
Velociraptors.
Sir, let's see. I'm writing some stuff down.
Didn't they have trains back then too?
Nah. That's what the occupying socioeconomic majority want you to know.
Should we do
It's another one of
shared role
Trump's
for our
lies.
stats? Shared stat array.
What?
We all roll, then we pick one.
I don't like rolled
Wait,
stats.
what's stopping us
It's the
just from picking the
fuck.
best ones?
Yo, pick the best one, so we're all equal.
Oh yeah, we all share the same. Okay, yeah, that makes sense now.
Okay, so that means we all roll for stats and we choose the best one, right? That's how it goes.
I feel like
Yeah,
it's just
that's-
standard array with like more like
More
So
stats.
more like
Options,
manual
steps.
roll.
Yeah.
So I like rolling for stats because it can just be a bit more like
You
Weird.
never
Okay.
know.
varied. You know what I mean? It's a bit more
rolling-
varied.
You roll
More
high,
like-
we have more,
more
flexibility.
Rolling for
Yeah, more
stats.
extreme.
Rolling for stats is how we ended up one time with a fighter.
Nugget.
We end up with a fighter with a -3 in strength.
I mean,
That's
that's just
what
being
roll for.
retarded.
Didn't Marisha roll 5 for charisma or on that for something for strength or something in campaign 3? And
Yeah,
Grog
but-
had like
like
6 intelligence or something.
We had this dex-based fighter that didn't have enough
I don't think
strength to hold his fucking rapier without
Wait,
being encumbered.
is there like
I
a
mean-
minimum you have to have though? Because like you're not really a functional human being if you're like less than like a 6.
I mean, roll for stats, but then you can choose where you want to put the numbers.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
that's
But even
That's what
then,
you
if
do.
you roll like a
just
6 in
roll-
anything, then you
roll
just
for
that got to be like a minimum 8, like or 7. Dude. I don't know.
No, you could probably survive with a 6 in wisdom. I feel,
Let's roll.
or a
Math?
6, or a 6 in intelligence. Even sorry, not wisdom, because intelligence is just like how book smart you are.
Yeah,
can-
but
you
there's
can
certain
be-
level
you
of
can be a
intelligence you have to be a
can-
human being.
Yeah, but you can be a functional human being and not be book smart.
We have a
I'm not
bot in
book-
Discord that can roll
I'm not necessarily
stats.
book smart.
Every bot is present. However,
I'm
I
pretty
roll.
sure like Discord has like an automatic thing now
However,
to roll.
I'm still going through stuff here for stuff that we'll need to do. So, like, fucking slow your roll, motherfucker.
Yeah, if you're gonna roll, where are you gonna roll? Is
So
there a server?
un momento, sir.
Maybe?
So let's start with the let's start with our times. Let's start with our timeline, okay? Because we need a
The
timeline.
year 3000.
2001.
Sure, 3000. Why specifically 2001? Is it Y2? What was it? Y2K?
So
Scottish is typing. Scottish is typing.
I say, you know what's
Mm.
crazy?
Be
That's
quiet,
crazy.
he's typing.
there's your
Alright.
there's your years between 1489 and 1501. Because that encompasses all the campaigns that are currently done and ongoing. So it lets me.
Let's go to Waterdeep.
Oh,
So
so
what
we're
you're
really gonna
saying-
be doing the Wild Wild West now. Fuck it, let's
So
go.
what you're saying is we can't have 1420 or 1469.
No, because those also aren't things that took place module wise. The previous set of modules that I've been able to find date in the 1300s. And I'm going to tell you right now, I have never read any other D&D 3.5 stat like books at all. All I know is at the time, they had like 6 settings. Eberron, Dark Sun, Points of Light, fucking Dragonlance,
You already know my
Forgotten
favorite one.
Realms. Yeah, Eberron.
You already know my favorite setting. Yeah, 100. Well, damn, everybody knows now.
I say, oh yeah, I was guessing is
It's
it
Dragonlance.
because it's the only one I know.
Oh, okay.
I quite like.
I pretty much like studied that exclusively, and like all my campaigns were based on Emperor, like every fucking one.
I don't know what one I like the most. Probably because I haven't done a load of different campaigns. I mainly just done one shots.
I just like anything resembling modern technology. Like if you have guns in there, I'm here for it.
I'm like, I'm here for like the Dimension 20 sort of stuff, like where they go like, oh, we do like fucking fairy tale stuff. We did New York. We did like a high school one. I think that's cool.
I've never done that before, but that sounds interesting.
Strixhaven.
Like
Like
they've
an
got,
interesting story.
they've got like the Unsleeping City, which is like the characters are in New York. You've got Fantasy
be-
High, which is like
Yeah.
the characters are in like sort of like the 80s sort of setting and go into high school sort of thing.
I have
saying
tried to
swap
do
out.
a college campaign once that never really took off.
Like
And,
Strixhaven
ever.
kind of college?
Literally, that's what it was.
Does
Yeah, so-
Does anybody want a little laugh, by the way, just whilst we're here?
Okay.
There is a Dungeon of the Mad Mage module in 4th edition.
Damn.
It's called the
This
Halls
is
of the
gonna be some
Undermountain.
wild shit.
It's called the Halls of Thundermountain.
What the fuck?
And here's the thing. I've looked at it, and you know those bits
Are you
in the
going to
Undermountain
match like
maps?
the extended dungeon in the 5e version?
Yeah, it's like a
Whoa.
shit ton of the extended dungeon maps. Like, fuck knows why. But, if we could please have a year in Realm, ladies.
1491.69.
Wait, how long has it been like in game for like? The
Let's go
Dungeon
for a
Mad
round
Mage?
number. 1,500.
So wait, how long have we been together in Dungeon and Mad Mage in game?
A
About
few
6
months, maybe.
About 6 months.
1495. Actually, no, let's go 1492 because we can have 1492 and we can go wild
Jason, what
west.
year were you born?
2005.
Jason, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to
Interesting.
veto your voting powers right now and ask everybody else.
Damn, that's tough.
What? Server muting works every time.
I felt it.
Hmm?
But I don't even know what you were asking us. Like, what were we?
Between the dates that I put down between 1489 and 1501. So essentially between Icewind Dale and fucking Eve of Ruin.
I haven't played either of them, so I'm a.
It's just so
leave
I
that
know.
to the experts.
Just so I know which world lore I can and cannot include.
What do you say, Alpha?
You said after Eve of Ruin or after Icewind Dale?
So it would be technically taking place after, so at the same time or after, so at the same time as Icewind Dale, at the same time as Eve of Ruin.
Let's go for, at the same time as Eve of Ruin so we can hear news of our adventures. Intrepid adventures.
Then 1501.
Okay. Sounds like a plan. Leperel, Nye.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I bet in 1500.
I put it
Yeah,
in as
I'm
well.
down. I'm down.
Let's now unmute Jason.
Poor Jason.
Assalamu alaikum, Jason.
I'm sleeping now.
Inshallah.
Method acting.
Bye, Felicia.
So, what rule set are we using?
What's the rule set?
Oh,
that
24.
14 or 24?
Yeah.
24. I need something new in my life.
Yeah. I'd say
24.
let's go 24. Go
Actually,
24.
Pathfinder 2E.
What?
What?
PF2E, baby.
We could
I don't
probably
mind
know what
that
that
for
is.
you.
we could probably get Jack. Well, in the meantime, whilst I'm
Isn't that
prepping
shit
this,
that we can like level up to 100 or something?
whilst I'm prepping
no.
this shit, I can see if Jack will run the Pathfinder 2E starter box set for us during the same times.
I've only
No.
done Kingmaker on Pathfinder. That shit was fire.
No.
Oh, Pathfinder Kingmaker. I
Yeah.
haven't beaten it yet.
I
think I've beaten it like 5 times already. It's like so good.
What was it? I got away from my city and I got soft locked, where my city
that's
just
tough.
collapses. So I have to
That's
restart the entire thing.
So
Yeah, I can't.
whilst I'm doing some prep
More
work
power
on
to you.
this, do you want me to see about getting Jack to run us the starter edition of Pathfinder 2E, so that way we've got a little bit of something else to do in the meantime?
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, sure.
Pathfinder, I never did that before.
Yeah, none of us have done it now. That's why I'm saying beginner set.
Yeah. I was saying, I haven't done it before, so it's probably a good
I
idea.
did.
Oh, yeah.
No problem.
I played Pathfinder.
I'm gonna be real with
Oh,
you.
okay. Oh, Ronan has an advantage. Okay, that's tough.
I'm gonna be real with you.
He should be the highest level.
Jason.
This is what you're saying. My fault.
What's Pathfinder? I haven't even heard of that.
It's
I
another
didn't even
it's
know
another
that shit.
D20 based TTRPG. So remember how earlier on when we were talking about how nobody played 4th edition?
Yeah.
So the reason nobody played 4th edition was they made the 3rd edition. 3rd edition was a bit shit. So they done a 0.5, similar to how they made the 2024 rule set. Yeah. Turns out 3.5, perfect. Everybody was like, "This is perfect. This is amazing." Then they brought out 4th edition, and they changed a shit ton of stuff. They basically told everybody that if they want to make adventures for D&D, they can only make 4th edition adventures and only can do stuff for 4th edition. Paizo was one of like the biggest publishers at the time for it. They turned round and went, "Hey, no." To which they were like, "Well, I guess you can't publish anything for D&D." And they went, "Alright then, I guess we'll just make our own fucking D&D." And Pathfinder was born. So like, your armor class is like 80, and the math is insane, but it is basically just D&D.
Mhm.
Jack ain't awake right now, but I will send him a little message. Be like, "Hi, Pix, XOXO."
Can he do it though?
Well,
He's usually
that's it. It'd essentially be a case of like how we're doing things with Fandelver and King. We try to get things set to the best time possible, see how it goes, see if we can get everybody in, and then Jack runs this. We go from there. Could just tell you to use point buy and fuck you right over there, you know that.
I'm good. Thank you for
You're
the
still rolling
suggestion.
for stats. You're still rolling for stats, right? Just to make sure.
I know, I
Okay,
never.
very
But Ronan's planning like I did.
Can
that's what I was
we?
double
So was
I'm not.
I.
It's a suggestion.
Can we?
A very strong suggestion.
Yeah, it's as strong
And
as
Bastion. Let's do Bastion.
it's as strong as a suggestion as what's this? As strong as a suggestion is saying that, you know, we really love the CCP and that he doesn't look like Winnie the Pooh. We will do Bastion. Like I'm happy to do another Bastion and see how that goes. Is Bastion good in that regard there? I honestly don't know how long you'll spend in said Bastion. You know, but I'm sure if we do the correct types of planning.
How we'll found sorry, what's the word?
Use your fucking English.
Get money. How we'll get money for it? Like,
We get the land. Maybe we help a lord. We get rewarded some land. We built a Bastion there.
I'm still confused on
Yeah,
what Bastion is. Is it like a
our
Yes.
party
pretty
is
much.
for this
I never
Bastion,
knew what it
so
was. I'm hoping for context clues.
Anyway.
It's a castle. It's your own keep.
Oh.
There we go.
yeah,
as we
even
level up,
that is
As we
yours.
level up, we get more options to build stuff. I think.
Damn.
There are certain things that I just won't be doing. Like, I do not like the idea of creating magic items. I hate that with a burning passion.
Yeah, that's okay.
So, things will be
That makes
tweaked, but we'll still use those details.
100% sense.
What if, right? Hear me out on this one. The forever coffee pot. It's just a pot of coffee that just never stops. It's always got coffee in it.
That's an alchemy jug.
Oh.
You just say coffee and you get, I don't know, like a finite amount of coffee, but you can get it every day.
Oh. I was thinking like more just one that's like it literally just like you pour, and it could just like pour forever and ever and ever.
I think there's also a magical item like that, but with water,
Yeah, that there is.
if I remember correctly.
That's pretty cool.
I mean, in Eeyore, I'm using prestidigitation a lot to clean everyone's clothes and armor, hoping to get them into a gleaming, stuff.
Yeah.
But I have to do a lot of prestidigitations for that.
Hmm.
I'm not even counting anymore. Just after every fight, every morning, every night, I just clean their clothes and stuff.
I just said, because obviously with Cartomancer, if you're doing card tricks, then you don't need the semantic or the verbal components for prestidigitation. So technically, could you just go, I'm going to do this card trick to cast prestidigitation to do this? It's got nothing to do with the card tricks. I'm doing this.
Cartomancer? Is it like a new
Yeah.
subclass for wizards?
No, Cartomancer is a feat.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool one. You can like store spells in cards.
It's from Big Beast, I think.
Yes.
Ah.
It's her from the Book of Many Things.
I feel so bad buying this. God.
Why?
It's a 4th edition module and it's fucking sealed.
Sealed.
Uh-huh.
I'm assuming that's good. If it's sealed.
That means it's brand new and unopened. Basically a collector's edition at that point.
Oh.
Any other questions for us, DM?
I'm trying to think. Again, I know it's going to take a while because I'll need to do our maps. I'll need to buy an awful lot of these modules as well. I've got the first set coming, but obviously I'd rather do all of my prep work immediately.
Ahead of time.
Yeah, or the majority of it. So I need to check this. I will say, it does also tie into Vecna stuff as well, as there are Vecna cultists in it. It really started playing off of what it could.
Oh, what was it? Lesbians, if I heard.
Yeah, lesbians. Oh my god. We're not calling them lesbians anymore since Haku left us.
So. We even found a real life lesbian ghost.
Lesbian ghost?
I mean, to be honest, we're also in a lot of trouble right now because we're 2 planes away from home,
Mm-hmm.
So we don't.
What level are you guys now?
5?
Oh.
6. Wait, 6? Yeah, 4 sorcerer, 2 wizard, warlock. Yeah, okay, yeah, 6.
Yeah.
I'm hoping we'll get to level 7 when we return from the Shadowfell. Nope. Okay.
Speaking of, since we're starting a new one, should we talk about our, rough characters?
I have no idea what I'm gonna be yet.
Wild Magic Sorcerer Mad Hatter.
Party rolls. Or not.
I think a Ray, since it's a 1 through 20, you'll get a 20. Those stairs. You're getting a 20, so you may even get more than 120, depending upon your class.
Oh, that makes more sense. I was reading it as all of us are rolling a stat array, then we each pick which stat array we'll use, and we each pick which one we'll use each. You get what I mean? So it's and then I was thinking that's so confusing, and I realized, oh wait, no, the one all use, as in like, yeah. I was just being special.
It's okay. We know.
We know. We love
I'm a
you
little,
anyway.
I'm a little slow sometimes.
So I was checking here.
In other news, my boss thinks I should get tested for ADHD and autism.
You should.
Again.
Yeah, yeah. So when I go back, I've got to organize to get tested.
The pills I'm on right now,
Mm.
Concerta. I don't know how to spell it in English, but they're working wonders.
So I'm pretty sure in Britain our main sort of one's Ritalin. I think that's the main one. For ADHD, I don't know if they've got medication for autism.
There is none.
Oh.
Uh,
Okay, that's cool. Right. So check this shit. The second module, I've just pulled up the PDF for it. The second module was similar to the first one in how it splits out, but it's two separate little books in there instead. So it's the adventure cut into half, which is fantastic. And then the Pyramid of Shadows. We'll take a look at that. Oh, you guys are gonna love and hate this at the same time. The third part of this book is a massive dungeon.
Okie dokie. So what you're saying is...
three massive levels of a dungeon.
So Dungeon of the Man Mage
pyramid.
Part 2.
Is that the desert something? Because I know that there's a campaign like with three parts combined that has that is like ancient Egypt themed.
That's another one you're on about. This isn't it. No, this is different. Okay, so yeah. So you get a mass. Okay, I've got this big book. Okay, so one book has one thing, one book has another. I'm understanding how that's written, which is fantastic. And then if I look at the next one, which is the King of the Troll Hunt Warrens, just got to make sure it all reads fine for you, because I don't want to start something I can't finish. I am not about that. Okay. Oh yeah, this is giving very specific vibes. Oh my god. Okay. There's a massive underground mine. Right, yeah. You know, this will be so easy. I'll be able to do this with... I think the only thing I'm going to struggle with is making a fucking boat.
Damn.
Oh, there's a whole ass castle. Oh, yeah, I'll need to see how the Bastion will work with this, but I will 110% still be trying to... Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely not an issue, kiddos. Your man's got this. I can make most of these. It will take a while, so we might need to do some Pathfinder 2 stuff in that time, just whilst I'm prepping it. Because prep work is going to take me a hot fucking minute due to how much I'm going to have to do. However, an awful lot of the creatures already exist, which is fantastic. And any of the creatures that don't exist, I can very easily just remake. So we're sorted in that front there. So
Nice.
the question does just become character-wise. However, from what I'm hearing here now, is we are done entirely with our Dungeon of the Mad Mage. Characters, I was about to say creatures. Yeah, call them creatures. So I'm going to stop the compendium share on there entirely. As I can already see, people have made characters. For example, Ronan has made Max Stewart.
I'm just playing around.
So I don't have the rule sets for everything yet. I'll get the PDF built up within the next week or so and get that sent out. Similar to most PDFs, the only downside being it's obviously going to be missing the adventure hook.
No flying creatures, no homebrew subclasses.
Most stuff will be the same. The adventure hook different, you know. But also, I'll need to do my amazing other stuff, such as my PowerPoint presentation for our session 0 rulings that we can call back upon. Whether or not we need any preludes. Hello, Meg. So I'll need to see what we need to do and what I need to do. And since I've got the other 2 books, one of them's actually due here today, which I actually think is the second one as well. So I can kind of
Should we do relationship cards?
Should we what?
Just for shits and giggles. Relationship cards again, like for Eeyore.
Oh yeah, because that worked so well last time.
I mean, me and what's his name? We were rivals, and I think we role played that amazingly well. Like we were bickering like an old married couple all the time.
Yeah, and then you had people that didn't quite know how the relationship worked because they didn't bother to try and like flesh out with each other prior.
Mm.
Zam Mego. Zam.
Okay, maybe we can, when we create our characters and start figuring out their backstories, maybe we can talk if some of them know each other, like privately or in the general chat.
I'm just gonna quickly lock the back door now because it's
Like make connections.
I mean, let's start off. We all know each other already.
Yeah, that works. It's kind of weird. Like we've known each other for 3 years, and it would be weird if our characters didn't know each other.
Yeah. I'm not doing that before.
We all make bards. We're all in the same music band.
We are the music men. We come from down the way. What do we play?
Traveling circus.
I mean, use me whatever. I'm gonna get some work done for us, clearly. Shit. Channels and such. I also want to see about multi-stream as well. So that way it's on YouTube and Twitch.
Yeah.
God, I hate running up those stairs.
You don't have to run. You can walk. I mean, you have the headset, right?
Yeah, but it still hurts my legs just walking up it. Oh, we lost Nye. When did that happen?
Think of
I don't know.
the daughter and mom.
Think of the what?
The daughter and the mom. Just think of them when you're going up the stairs.
Ooh.
So I guess the whole Dungeon of the Mad Mage, like channel, will go into like archive, and we'll get a new.
It'll be archived.
Yeah, just keep it.
It'll be put as archive, and use will be swapped over to the points of light, is what we'll call it. And then you guys can work on a combined story. Oh my goodness gracious. I can tell you now, the last group that done combined stories was the Tomb of Annihilation guys. And their combined stories together, there was the 3 tiefling who brought something up. They made theirs, and then there was the 3 Asimar who built an entire timeline of how things worked between their characters and how they knew each other. They knew each other for like 5 years prior to the adventure starting. But they didn't like know each other friendly, they just knew of each other. And then shit hit the fan. So it'll be up to yous on how yous run it. And what yous do. I'm gonna
We're all swingers.
take this now. And already put us under the vacant game, so I can start up our next.
What's the term for like a multi-family type of relationship?
A what?
You know, like 3 dads, 3 moms, or whatever.
Freaks.
Swingers?
Whirlpool?
Swingers?
I will get us everything sorted. I will say right now that we have had good chat. So I'm going to set up a category right now. So as you may notice, we've been moved into here. Create category. Points of light. And I'll skip that for now. Pandelver, oh. Then Meg, shut up. Intervale. Give him a little sec. It could be one of 2 names, and I might have got it wrong. Yeah, actually, user Nentervale. So, the points of light. Nentervale. Permissions. Roles. I need to create you guys a little role now. Give me 1 little second. I'll need to create like a new overlay and everything for us, so there's a lot of work put in these maps. But it'll be fine. So, what should we call your new group?
Unloved kids.
I'm not gonna at the unloved kids every time I'm starting a session, sir.
Kanye's cousin. Mm.
you can get lights.
The taint.
Well,
What's the premise of the adventures again?
You get to fight like the Raven Queen. Or, you get to like join the Raven Queen and like fight fight Orcus and such. Is it LMNOP? I'm also gonna put lights. I got so you guys will be. I'm just gonna call you as the lights. These will be displayed separately. Permissions. Permissions are basically gonna be the same as everybody else, to my knowledge. Let me check. Make sure you don't. You know, lights compute channels, I suppose. Yep. And
yeah. How about the rarest Discord one, or one of the rarest Discord ones on our server?
I have an idea. Richard's moments. I don't know. Richard's moments. That was fun. And even he said I had a Richard moment.
Oh.
Hmm.
At Dungeon Master's Guide.
view channels. Yep.
Intrepid adventurers. I don't know. For like intrepid adventurers at the beginning until we actually figure out a name for the party.
No, but by group name I meant like what will I be adding to call yous per session. I'm just gonna call yous the lights.
The lights.
Yep. Do
Uh,
you know why?
Raven Queen Team 6.
The Royals. Just kidding.
Why is it so
Rebel?
hard to name things?
Rebels. I don't know.
Tin Can.
Then just like that. And then
The chosen ones.
again,
Yeah,
that's
that
a
works.
group name. I meant the name to at. But
What's the
Thunderbark.
campaign called? What's the campaign called?
Oh, that's Thunderbark in Discord.
That's Thunderbark.
That's easy to add. That's easy to add. It's
Easy
only
to
X,
remember.
not X.
fucking
Easy to
Elon Musk
remember.
over here.
Nantir Vale, you mean?
There we go.
Nonya Valers.
Already changed
No,
it.
Just
Nonya
for
Disney.
Discord, anyways. But as a party, should we do a group shared group background or?
Okay. Was confused for a second. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Did they
You
push
were
a
moved.
button or something?
I was thinking, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Everything's happening at once. What to do?
Oh, Jack. Fuck, I forgot about Jack.
Oh, I was asking. How about we do a group background, like a party team or something?
Like we all know each other. We are all like employed maybe
Like we're
under
all
the same
pirates, we're
umbrella.
all a military unit or whatever.
Or all
Really
work
just
for
order.
the same kingdom in the same castle.
Well,
Like someone, if one of us is a wizard, it can be a court wizard, soldiers.
My guy's a
Yes,
wild
so-
magic sorcerer. Like, I don't know how I'm gonna fit in.
Your character is what?
I said my character's gonna be a wild magic sorcerer. I don't know how I'm gonna fit
Oh.
in here.
I'll let you guys sort
Jester.
that out, but we have
I could be a
everything.
stable boy.
We have everything that we need.
No, I mean,
I'm a stable boy.
But we have everything that we need. So now it just requires
Could
the
be.
modules and the prep time. So I will message Jack tomorrow, see if he will be Gucci to run us Session Zeros and Pathfinder stuff. We can do that for a bit. And then run the Points of Light stuff once I've got it. Like I said, it will take a bit of time because I've got to buy the modules and then make the maps and then I say translate, but like, you know, I need to find the flow. But once that's done, we'll be good. So yeah. Mad Mage is over. We are confirmed TPK and we are moving on with all. I'm gonna need to update my stuff on the adverts now. I have adverts going all the way to July that says we have games for. Well, I'm in so much trouble. This is what I get for planning 10 weeks ahead.
Yeah, sorry.
It happens.